Hello and welcome to Mega Conference QuizBowl. I'm your host, Mike McLean. I'm here through the courtesy of the Taylor School District. This year we have 15 schools competing to advance to a state level competition in April at MSU. Today's contest is between Lincoln Park High School and Wayne Memorial High School. Lincoln Park is coached by Roshan Vinod. Lincoln Park, please introduce yourselves.
Billy Raymond, Jr.
Daniel Garcia, Jr.
Jimmy Uhas, Jr., Captain.
Andrew Darban.
Thank you. And Wayne Memorial is coached by Ed McGovern. Wayne, please introduce yourselves.
Stephen Oliver, Jr.
Emerald Amrudin, Sophomore.
Virginia Reed, Senior Captain.
Jordan Weatherwax, Jr.
And thank you. Our first quarter consists of 12 toss-up questions, each worth 10 points. Teams, you may not confer. Please wait until I call on you before you respond. Let's begin. Toss-up 1. What is the term for a combination of 3 or more pitches sounded simultaneously and conceived as a whole? Jimmy.
Chord.
Chord is correct. Toss-up 2. Name the body of water that serves as the border for Iran, Bahrain, Qatar, and Kuwait. Jimmy.
Persian Gulf.
Is also correct. Toss-up 3. The body gains water by 2 processes. One is absorption. What is the other process by which the body gains water? Jimmy.
Digestion.
That's incorrect. And that's time. Metabolism is the other. Toss-up 4. In the winter of 1891-1892, Dr. James Naismith invented this game. Amaral.
Basketball.
Basketball is correct. Nice job. Toss-up 5. He is known as the father of medical science because he taught that there were natural causes for illnesses. Prior to his contributions to medicine, priests treated diseases. Who was this ancient Greek? And that's time. His name was Hippocrates. Toss-up 6. Located within the cell structure, these organelles are sites where the cell releases energy. They function, Amaral.
Mitochondria.
Is correct. Toss-up 7. The Helms-Burton Act was passed to restrict trade between the United States and what nation? Jimmy.
Japan.
That's incorrect. Virginia.
Germany.
Also incorrect. It's Cuba. Toss-up 8. Malta recently became the smallest nation to adopt the euro. The former British colony is located in what body of water? Jimmy.
Mediterranean Sea.
Is correct. Toss-up 9. Its legend was cemented by its action in the Battle of Cameroon, in which it was led by Captain d'Anjou, which is annually celebrated by this group with the display of d'Anjou's wooden hand. Created by Louis Philippe to help in the war in Algeria, until 1962, its headquarters were also located there. Name this military unit composed of people who are not native to France. Jimmy.
French Foreign Legion.
Is correct. Toss-up 10. The union and intersection of subsets can be pictorially represented by drawings. What are these drawings called? Jimmy.
Mosaic.
That's incorrect. And that's time. Mathematically, there are Venn diagrams. Current events. Toss-up 11. Great Britain and Spain have settled a long-running dispute over what British colony located at the foot of Spain, which blocked the European Union. Amaral.
Strait of Gibraltar.
That's incorrect. That blocked the European Union from ratifying some international conventions. Jimmy.
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar is correct, not the water. Sorry. Toss-up 12, both teams. Faced with an uncharacteristically sluggish quarter, what company has decided to bring back its former CEO, Howard Schultz, to defend against some tough, unexpected competition, like McDonald's? Amaral.
Burger King.
That's incorrect. Jimmy.
Wendy's.
Also incorrect. Both of those kind of would be expected. An unexpected source. The company is Starbucks. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll return after a short break. Our second quarter is about to begin. It consists of 8 toss-up questions, each worth 10 points. A correct answer entitles that team to a set of 4 bonus questions, each worth 5. Teams may confer on the bonuses, but only the captain may give the answer. Any missed bonus questions will be rebounded to the opposing team. Here we go, toss-up for both teams. Name the states in which the American Revolution began on April 19th, 1775, and ended on October 19th, 1781. Virginia
Massachusetts and Virginia.
is correct. Your bonus questions. Identify each of the following about beginnings. Beginnings. This is for Wayne. Number 1. State in which the war between the states, or the Civil War, began April 12, 1861.
Anybody? Quiet. And what?
No, just
South Carolina.
Is correct. Number 2 for Wayne. Polish-born composer who in 1837 began a famous love affair with George Sand, a French woman novelist.
Chopin.
Is correct. Number 3. American scientist who began pushing heavy doses of vitamin C in 1970 as a way to keep colds at bay.
Pass.
Lincoln Park?
No answer.
His name is Linus Pauling. And back to Wayne. The author who began his Gaelic Wars with all Gaul is divided into 3 parts.
Pass.
Lincoln Park?
No answer.
Julius Caesar. Toss up 2, both teams. It's a math question. Solve this equation. 7/8y minus 3 equals 3/4 y plus 3/2. And that's Jordan.
1/8 y plus 1/2.
Sorry. Jimmy.
36.
36 is correct. Your bonus questions are in math. Number 1 for Lincoln Park. What is the measure of an obtuse angle of a triangle if its tangent is -1?
60 or 30.
No answer.
Wayne?
Pass.
Tangent 1 is 45, tangent -1 would be in second quadrant, 135. Back to Lincoln Park. What is the sum of the LCM and the GCF of 27a squared and 18a squared?
Talk to me.
3.
3.
That's incorrect.
The greatest common factor is 9. So,
9 and 3.
Captain, need an answer.
9 and
6.
Sorry. The LCM alone is the smallest number they both divide into is 54a squared. And then you have to add on the GCF, you get 63a squared. Still, Lincoln Park, number 3. If 2 cities are 600 miles apart, how many inches apart are they on a map where 1/6 inch represents 50 miles?
I say 10.
Inches.
That's incorrect. Wayne?
2.
2 inches is correct. And back to Lincoln Park for number 4. Identify a geometric band consisting of a surface with only one side, formed by giving a simple twist to a long, narrow, rectangular strip of paper and then pasting its 2 ends together.
Circle.
Cylinder.
Cylinder or circle?
Two.
Captain, need an answer.
No answer.
Wayne
Mobius?
is correct. A Mobius strip is it. Toss up 3, both teams. Which organisms, mostly multicellular and eukaryotic, were traditionally classified in the plant family, but are now usually considered a separate kingdom? They grow, Jimmy?
Fungi?
Fungi is correct. Your bonus questions. Identify each of the following concerning fungi. Number 1, green energy-trapping pigment of plants that all fungi lack.
Glucose.
Chlorophyll.
Is correct. Number 2, chronic fungal infection producing itching, blisters, and cracking of the skin on the feet.
Athlete's foot.
Athlete's foot.
It's
Athlete's
athlete.
foot.
Is correct. Microscopic filaments providing structure and nourishment.
No answer.
Wayne?
Pass.
They're called hyphae. And back to Lincoln Park. Supernatural fungus, growth on a lawn, said to be the product of dancing sprites.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom.
It's
Mushrooms. Say mushroom.
Mushrooms.
Sorry, incorrect. Wayne?
Moss?
Nah, it's bad for your lawn. It's called a fairy ring. Toss up 4, both teams. History has generally not been kind to U.S. presidents during their second term. Which president damaged his second term by a failed proposal to pack the Supreme Court with justices favorable to, Jimmy?
FDR?
Is correct. Number 4, your bonuses. Identify the U.S. presidents whose second terms were marked by the following. Second terms. Number 1, the USSR's launching of Sputnik and its shooting down of our U-2 spy plane.
Nixon.
Nixon. No, it wasn't Nixon. It was before Nixon.
Ford.
Eisenhower.
Is correct. Number 2, Watergate break-in and cover-up leading to
Nixon.
is
Nixon.
good. The Iran-Contra scandal.
Bush. Carter. Yeah.
Carter.
Incorrect. Wayne?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Also incorrect. It's Ronald Reagan. Back to Lincoln Park. The failure of a last-ditch effort for Mid-East peace, followed by his acquittal on impeachment charges.
It would be Clinton. Was
Clinton.
Clinton is correct. Toss up 5, both teams. Codenamed Whistler, released in 2001, it was a merging of NT 2000 and the 95-98 lines of the operating system. Name this Windows operating system. Jimmy?
ME?
That's incorrect. Virginia?
Vista?
Also incorrect. It's Windows XP. Toss up 6, both teams. Which U.S. city is home to the Shed Aquarium? Which was, Jordan?
Chicago.
Chicago is good. Your bonus questions, identify the locations of each of the following aquariums. Number 1. Don't look at me like that. It's not that hard. Country for the Great Barrier Reef Aquarium
Australia?
is correct. U.S. state for the Waikiki Aquarium.
Hawaii?
Correct. U.S. state for the Monterey Bay Aquarium. An answer, Captain.
South Carolina.
Incorrect. Lincoln Park.
Florida?
Also incorrect. It's California. And back to Wayne. Country for the Osaka Aquarium, which recreates the diverse environments found along the Ring of Fire.
Japan. Aye. Japan.
Japan is correct. Toss up 7, both teams. Naming both the ship and the harbor. What ship blew up in what harbor, precipitating the Spanish-American War? And that's time. It's the USS Maine, and the harbor was Havana. Toss-up 8. For praising George Bush on the year 2000 election trail, instead of touting his own resume, Dick Cheney was compared to the self-effacing Alexander Throttlebottom, the meek, fictional vice president in a 1931 musical of the I Sing. Which composer wrote the musical? Along with his brother, they also wrote Funny Face, Strike Up the Band, and Porgy and Bess. Jimmy,
Number 1.
that's incorrect. And that's time. George Gershwin, and then his brother Ira. That's the end of our first half. We'll be back in a minute to verify our score and begin the second half. We're back to begin the third quarter of our match. The score after the first half is Lincoln Park High School 105 and Wayne Memorial High School 75. Our third quarter is our lightning round. Each team has 60 seconds to correctly answer 10 questions. Teams may confer, but only the captain may give the answer. Questions not answered correctly will pass to the opposing team. The trailing team in this case is Wayne. Wayne, you have your choice of the following 3 categories: economics, mathematics, or science.
Science.
Okay, you're going to need to write these down then. Choose from energy, mass, volume, temperature, power, pressure, or speed. Should have 7.
Yeah.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
One of those 7 is the answer.
Okay.
Indicate what each unit I give you is used to measure. Okay, here we go. With 60 seconds on the clock. Number 1, kilowatt hour.
Energy.
Correct. Calorie.
Pass.
Atmosphere.
Pressure.
Correct. Kilometer per hour.
Speed.
Correct. Celsius.
Temperature.
Correct. Slag.
Pass.
Gallon.
Mass.
No. BTU per second.
Power.
Correct. Kelvin.
Temperature.
Correct. Torr.
Pass.
Calorie.
Temperature.
No. Slag.
Power.
No. Torr.
Mass.
No. And that's all of them. We have 6 correct, so 4 will pass. Okay, at Lincoln Park.
Change your
Calorie.
Energy.
Correct. Slag.
Mass.
Correct. Gallon.
Volume.
Correct. Torr.
Power.
Energy.
No. That one's pressure. Okay, so 6 for Wayne, 3 for Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park, your remaining choices are economics or mathematics.
Economics.
Economics it is. Answer these questions. Most of them are about abbreviations in economics and banking. Okay. With 60 seconds on the clock, number 1, CPI.
Pass.
COLA, C-O-L-A.
Pass.
GNP,
Gross national product.
correct. IRS,
Internal Revenue Service.
correct. NI,
Pass.
LEI.
Pass.
What is Fed short for?
Federal. Federal.
Federal.
No. Name the current chairman of the Fed.
Pass.
What does IRA stand for?
Individual retirement account.
Correct. Name the group of 30 leading companies on the New York Stock Exchange that is used to measure stock prices.
Dow Jones Industrial Average.
is correct. CPI,
Computer. Projector.
and that's time. We have 4 correct, so 6. Pass to Wayne. Wayne, here you go. Number 1, CPI.
Pass.
COLA, C-O-L-A.
Pass.
N-I,
National income.
correct. L-E-I,
Pass.
what is Fed short for?
Pass.
Who's the current chairman of the Fed?
Pass.
CPI,
Pass.
COLA,
Pass.
all of them pass?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll pass it then. Well, we got 1. So 5 of them that nobody got. CPI, Consumer Price Index. COLA, Cost of Living Adjustment. So your salary stays with. LEI, Leading Economic Indicators. What is Fed short for? It's the Federal Reserve Bank. Current chairman, Ben Bernanke. And that's all of them. That's the end of our 3rd quarter. We'll be back in a minute to finish up this match. Our 4th quarter is about to begin. It will be a make or break quarter. We have a very close game, and our 4th round questions are 20 points each, and there's 15 of them. And here we go. Toss up 1. In January of 1965, which U.S. president outlined the goals of his Great Society program in the State of the Union address? Michael.
Ford. Ford.
That's incorrect. Stephen.
Nixon.
That's also incorrect. It's Lyndon Johnson. Toss up 2, both teams. New Mexico is located east of Arizona and west of Texas. What tribe of Indians was subdued in 1886 in the state of New Mexico, ending, Jimmy?
Pueblo.
That's incorrect. Ending, Amaral?
Navajo.
Also incorrect. They're there, but that's not the ones that were giving trouble. It was the Apache. Number 3 is a math question. If the coordinates of the endpoints of the diameter of the circle are -1, 3, and 5, 5, what are the coordinates of the center of the circle? Stephen?
3-1.
That's incorrect. Jimmy?
3-4.
Also incorrect. It's 2-4. Toss up 4, both teams. Dating back to the time of the pharaohs of ancient Egypt, this game is played on a board of 64 alternating light and dark spaces. Each of the 2 players starts with 12 pieces. In Great Britain, the game is called draughts. What do we call? Jimmy?
Checkers.
Checkers is correct. Toss up 5. Despite restoration efforts, this ancient monument continues to crack, crumble, and weather away. It is said to be 4,600 years old. Legend holds that it posed a riddle to Oedipus. Name?
The Sphinx.
Say again?
Sphinx.
The Sphinx is correct. Toss up 6, both teams. It is a unit of measure consisting of an area of 43,360 square feet. Originally, it was the area a yoke of oxen could plow. Emerald?
Acre.
Acre is correct. Toss up 7. This composer finished just 1 opera, leaving others like Salambo. Jimmy?
Mozart.
That's incorrect. Unfinished. Many of his works were edited and orchestrated by others. Amaral?
Tchaikovsky.
Also incorrect. It's Modest Mussorgsky. Toss up 8. Our awareness of environmental problem is the first step in reaching solutions. Scientists first discovered the severity of the threat to the ozone over Antarctica in 1983. The depletion of the ozone is primarily due to the presence of CFCs in our atmosphere. What are CFCs? Amaral?
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Is correct. Toss up 9. When using this special sort of timed deposit, the depositor agrees not to withdraw the money for a specified period of time and deposits a specified amount of money. What sort of deposit is this? Jimmy?
CD.
More?
Certificate of deposit.
Correct. Toss up 10. The same author wrote 2 more short stories about this man, one pairing him with a sea serpent and the other with the Ides of March. In the title of a more famous 1937 story, Set in Cross Corners, New Hampshire, he's paired with Mr. Scratch, whom he duels for the soul of the farmer Jabez Stone. Name this real-life orator who tangled with the devil in a Stephen Vincent Benet story. Manuel.
Julius Caesar.
That's incorrect. Emerald.
Nero.
That's also incorrect. It's The Devil and Daniel Webster. Toss up 11. Name the modern playwright who wrote Barefoot in the Park and The Odd Couple. And that's time. His name is Neil Simon. Birthdays, anniversaries, and other special events are celebrated with parties, cakes, and presents. Countries also celebrate special occasions, usually in a grand style. Which European country commemorated its bicentennial in 1989? Emerald.
The Netherlands.
That's incorrect. Jimmy.
Belgium.
Also incorrect. 1789, it's French independence. Okay, from the king. Toss up 13. He is the only president to have graduated from Harvard Law School. During his administration, he arbitrated the War of the Triple Alliance and vetoed the Bland-Allison Act. He reached the White House thanks to the Wormley Agreement and a 15-man electoral commission, even though he lost the popular vote to Samuel Tilden. Name this president who ended, Emerald.
John Adams.
That's incorrect. Who ended Reconstruction. Billy.
Madison.
That's also incorrect. Ending Reconstruction after the Civil War. He made a deal. That's why he got to be president, even though he didn't win. They sometimes call him Rutherford B. Hayes. Current events. The Australian Open tennis tournament is held in what city? The second largest in Australia. Jimmy.
Melbourne.
Melbourne is correct. And number 15, last one of the match. At only 19 years old, and only her third pageant, she is Miss Oakland County. She is Miss Michigan. She is Miss America. Name Michigan's newest star. And that's time. Her name is Kirsten Hagelman. That's the end of our match. We'll be back in a minute to verify our final score. Our final score for today's match is Lincoln Park High School 255 and Wayne Memorial High School 185. Congratulations, both teams. It was a good match. In our next match, Southgate Anderson will play Taylor Kennedy. Please join us. This is Mike McLean saying goodbye from Mega Conference Quiz Bowl.